Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, let's get into a Divine Masculine check-in. So I'm just gonna ask some questions on the fly here. What would the Divine Masculines like the Divine Feminines to know if they had no filter right now on this full moon in Aquarius? What would the Divine Masculines, that they're surrendering to this love? They want to fall. They want to be knocked off their feet in love with you. They want to get smushy mushy in love. They want to spend time. They want to surrender to it. They want to be bowled over. They want to knock you off their feet. Your feet, sorry. This is the Divine Feminine standing here, and that wave is the amount of love the Divine Masculines have for you. They think you're so cute. They think you are so sweet with your sweet little offer, but what they've got in store for you is what I'm hearing is going to blow you away. You better know how to swim, feminines, because the love that's coming to you with the love of a lifetime. In my meditation today, I was hearing my masculine say, "It's crazy how much you want me." And what I said energetically was, that's what the potential of a love of a lifetime feels like. It's not crazy. That's the multidimensional kapow that is felt when you're tapping into what an authentic love of a lifetime feels like. It's not crazy. It's rare. It's unique. It's extraordinary. It's pretty massive. It's like this wave. So the masculines are getting it. That's all I can say. They are getting it. What can we see for what the masculines would want you to know about where they're at right now, Divine Feminines? In their own lives, on their own journey. They've got some blockages. They're at a crossroads. They need to make some decisions right now. In order to come forward to a love like this, they have to choose. I'm going to get some clarifiers here. Okay, we'll get an energetic card. What is this choice? What is it like to be in this choice with the masculines here? Seal of Venus, elemental magic, self-love, and protection. So they've got to choose self-love. They've got to really choose the thing that will seal their heart, seal the deal with love. That's the self-love. That's not people-pleasing. That's not pleasing others. That is, what is their truth? What protects their heart from regret? What protects their heart from FOMO? It's going for what their heart is telling them. Seal of Venus, that is divine feminine energy. Seal the deal, I just heard. They definitely know. I want to see what is this other sword. So we see that self-love. Oh, Starseed Awakening just came out as the other option. And this is Cosmic Heritage, Galactic Remembrance in the reverse. So they can deny their star-seeded destiny, their cosmic purpose, their grander expression in this life and play small, or they can step into a cosmic love of a lifetime and put away the stigmas, the stereotypes, the fear of ridicule, the fear of being deemed weird or crazy. And they could, on this Aquarius full moon, they are wanting to go for it. They want to take that leap of faith. They're right at the edge. When someone's about to bungee jump, they're like tied in and That's what the masculines seem to be doing right now. What would the masculines say they regret most about the journey so far? Not moving forward because of other commitments or money or physical realm concerns, not telling you how they feel, not showing you how committed they were, not letting it unfold naturally. What would they say they are most proud of themselves for on this journey? Oh, not being in control freak dynamics, staying neutral, staying balanced, not pulling ranks inside the connection, taking space when they were challenged or tempted. They're proud of themselves for not adding insult to injury in these connections, for not being karmic, for protecting you from their volatility. What would the masculines say is their biggest hope for the future with these connections? What are they most excited about in the future? Wow, so much came out. What is it? Ooh, getting to know the inside workings of the High Priestess, understanding what makes you tick, getting to know you better, Divine Feminine. And, oh, really loving themselves and letting go of karma, seeing what it's like to live a life where they love themselves, where their yes is their yes, where they can be free to be themselves. With who? The Empress. And not buying into these devil energies that bind them anymore. They definitely want to use self-love to end their karmic cycles, to come forward to their abundance, their Empress, and to not be in aloof indecision, but to get to know you, to understand the behind the scenes aspects of what makes you who you are, what makes you you, Divine Feminine. What would they want to know from the Divine Feminines at this time? If something that you've been aligned with for the long term is closed out, is closing out where your progress is in shifting from possibly other family situations, living situations, any of divorces, separation, custody, any long-term commitment that you have implied, inferred that you're not going to be connected with for the long term. They want to know what the update is on that. They want to know where it's at. Anything else regarding that? I'm just hearing friendship. I'm going to clarify that, but it's like they're asking to be kept in the loop the way you would keep another friend in the loop. Not to have a prejudice because of how you feel for them, but to treat them authentically how you would treat anyone else. Yeah, they also want to know if you're ready to manifest a new beginning or where you're at regarding having the free and clear to pursue a love like this. They want to know your degree of readiness, where your life is at, where the inner outer is at. And they want to overlap friend circles, I'm hearing. They want to be more social, more in the mix with your friends and community. Okay, beautiful. That's some real stuff, Divine Masculines. Aquarius full moon isn't playing any games. Okay, let's tap into what are the masculines thinking and feeling under this shadow of the moon still going on. Thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for the Divine Masculines? What are they thinking and feeling? Wishing and doing, challenged by solving, and what is the direction of the energy in the near future? What is the energetic aspect of the material realm energies we're getting here? So in the material realm, the 3D, the physical realm, what are the masculines conscious of regarding these connections? Oh, I just heard they want to talk about the things that haven't worked out in the past. They want to talk about what they're letting go of, what's being let go of. They want to connect. They want to affirm. They want to see if they can salvage this with you. They want to talk about the love that remains. They want to agree on a shared storyline with you. Ravens and crows are an interesting symbol that I'm being drawn to here as far as messengers on the wind, on the wing. Pay attention to ravens and crows, unusually close to you at this time, divine feminines, because this is signifying your masculine thinking of you. And moths to a flame, the masculines are being drawn closer. They definitely want to agree on a shared triumphant storyline that is a reclamation of the things that appear to, you know, the surface level, the mundane, to have not been successful in this connection, or stop start, or hot cold, or ghosting energy. They want to really redeem what's been going on here because they know their lives have transformed. They know your life has transformed. So they want to talk about those things. Energetically, divination, intuition, and inner vision. Yeah, they want to go deep. They want to express the life-changing, transformative aspects that has been a result of the authentic love here. What are the masculines thinking of you as a person, divine feminines? In the physical, consciously, Knight of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles in the reverse again. They know you've given them what you could. Gone are the judgments that they thought that you were withholding or not contributing with sincerity, love bombing, telling them what they want to hear. Any of those assessments where they thought that you were using them, where they thought you had an agenda, where they thought that you were too good to be true, they're rethinking that. And they realize you gave them what you could. You contributed your whole heart, your whole share, the lion's share of your energy to them. And they're seeing that they had an undermining storyline, that they didn't think that this could be for the long term. They weren't able to see that you would want them for the long term. But in hindsight, they are seeing that you did contribute to a foundation that would only make sense if you did consider them for the long term. Kudos, masculines, for catching that. So the masculines have been thinking long and hard. Look at them in this grieving card. They've got their head hung and really contemplating sincerely. And they are reviewing this. What do we need to know about this? Spine of fire, true self, passion, motivation, and purpose. They are saying to themselves, who would continue investing in something that they thought was temporary like this? Who would put in that amount of contribution, passion, if they didn't think that it was a worthy connection? So the masculines are seeing the irony, the misconception of how their wounding caused them to fear that this was too good to be true. What are they feeling in the heart space about the connections today? There's that abandonment wound and the healing. They are understanding that this connection has been healing their abandonment triggers, that they've been testing the connection, that they have been holding you at arm's length, that they have sabotaged, that they have inadvertently pushed you away because of their fear. They're seeing that shadow side right now, I'm hearing. And they also know it's a blessing in disguise because they wouldn't learn your character. Even though I'm getting that they were unconsciously doing this, now that they're conscious that they were unconsciously doing this testing, they appreciate that it played out the way it did because you've stood the test of time. Because you have never led them astray. You have never been false. You have loved them. And your character shone through. They're forgiving you in this as well for the misjudgments they held. Any of the times that you responded to their testing in ways that they did not wish to see, they are now taking accountability that you would not have behaved that way had they not baited, even subconsciously. So they're understanding how hurt people hurt people. They're understanding how you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. They're seeing how your love has been big enough to love them unconditionally, to trust the connection, even despite the things that they did that were lower vibrational. What a message. Dare I say this is a coming to God, to divine love moment for the masculines? Chamber of imagination, whimsy, fantasy, and wonder. They're daring to dream what it would be like if this abandonment wound, this original separation wound, this feeling forsaken by the cosmos wasn't running so deep in their veins. If they had been healed, what could have happened? What would have transpired so far if they hadn't been showing up in that weak energy, in that insecurity in the past? If they knew then what they know now, oh, what would have been different? So the masculines are imagining heaven on earth because they now see that this love has been waiting for them to have eyes to see, ears to hear the true nature of it. I'm looking at Seal of Venus, this divine feminine protection, that as they develop the self-love, they are coming into more and more gratitude for the way that you love them. What is the heart space consciously for their counterpart? Wow, 10 of Wands and 5 of Pentacles. So there's all this 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. These are 3 of the most isolating, burdensome, heavy energies in the deck. It's all in the reverse because they're seeing the light and the burden is being lifted. This is where they take the lessons, the empowerment. Even that 5 of Cups is the spin doctor card that takes it from the victim storylines to the karmic rite of passage to empowerment. And so this is bringing the masculines out of this disempowered, at the mercy of circumstances, into knowing separation is not an illusion, or is an illusion, that we can go to the far reaches of the universe and pretend love doesn't exist, but even there we see this resilient knowledge that there has been love all along and the burden is being ended. So the masculines understand that they've had to go to the extreme in order to be forgiven that much, in order to test, in order to empty their vessel far enough to be filled fuller than they could have ever imagined before. For those who much is forgiven, much love is gained. And so the masculines, I mean, that might be something about hurting the ones we love the most and testing. It's like the masculines are realizing that only true love could accept them this completely for the way that they have disregarded the reality of the connection, is flat out what I'm hearing. Temple of Centering, grounding and belonging. This is one of my twin flame cards. So the masculines are realizing the belonging here. This is grounding in the physical because they are understanding that there is no other logical explanation than to understand that you two belong together. We belong together. What is the wish the masculines have at this time? Victory, public acknowledgement of the connection. They wish the world to know. They wish to close the gap. They wish to prove their love. They wish to come out of their comfort zone, shout it from the rooftops. They want to be your partner. They want to thank you for loving them through thick and thin. They want to show the world who loves them. They want to honor you. I'm hearing, I would go to the far reaches of the earth, to the ends of the earth, to show you how thankful, how grateful I am for your love in my life. That's what I just heard. Awakening to source. Yeah, there is a coming to God moment, coming to true love moment here. Soul confidence, reassurance, source essence. They're becoming their best version. And it's in part because of your love, divine feminines. It's because this divine existence is backed by the reassurance that this love is divine, that this connection is not normal, it's not typical, it's rare. This is a rare connection, and they have begun to awaken to how blessed they are to be chosen and loved for their soul unconditionally. This is bringing a lot of empowerment to the masculines to step onto purpose, to step into their best and highest expression of self, and to truly appreciate the feminine for their heart, their divinity, their soul. Wow. What are the masculines' actions at this time towards the connection? They're putting it all on the altar. They're giving their burden over to the divine. They're putting up their cares and worries. They're sending that to the stars and saying, show me what the next steps are to ground this, to connect, to establish, to create a foundation here with my counterpart. What do we need to know about that? So they're preparing to take action. The other twin flame card, Prism of Existence, separation, extension, independence, and identity. So they're working on really seeing themselves and you, divine feminines, as these spiritually realized beings, and what new wave kind of relationships would require in that light if we look at each other as particle and wave theory of light, and extension and connection of the same unit, this spiritually strong template of independence, unique identity, and an extension of each other. They're looking at it truly as their other half. Not that each is just a half, but the other component of the whole. They're looking at you in true team energy, in true golden rule energy. They're seeing this as a truly harmonious connection. What is the biggest challenge for the masculines at this time? They want to hang on to this. They don't want to lose it. They want it now. Now that they're waking up to this connection on this level, there is a sense of urgent, impatient kind of pause, but they don't want to make any rash decisions. They're almost like they don't want to ruin anything. So there's a little bit of a hover, a little bit of a pause here. What do we need to know? Chamber of Initiation, spiritual gifts, mystery, enchantment, and secrets. So they're dreaming of a surprise right now. Secrets, there's a secret. I'm just taken with this expression of this masculine looking kind of down and outward about ideas, that daydreaming. What would I do if I could surprise my feminine? I'm being reminded of that big wave that's getting ready to bowl that page of cups over and knock your socks off, feminine, knock you off your feet, sweep you off your feet. Yeah, there's a secret. It's like they want to show you this transformation that's been happening, that they have remembered who they are. They've remembered that they are spirit, that they are not just the physical, that they are extraordinary. You've redeemed their worth because you saw their soul. They were numb. When you met them, they were numb, but they manifested you, divine feminine, and don't forget that. They manifested you. as much as you manifested them. And they're realizing that right now. And they are tuning into that, learning what that is so they can speak from that place in them. Their spiritual giftings are starting to grow. What is the solution to this kind of uncomfortable silence they're feeling? Oh, to drop the guard about coming forward to divine feminine, to put down the resistance. Duality, contrast, trust, and balance. So they need to trust. They need to trust the connection. They need to balance out. They need to tap in, to tune in. They need to see the strong suits, the complementary energies, the strength in the differences, and put down the resistance so that they can come in to harmonize. What is the direction of the connection in the near future, next few weeks? Internal bravery and mustering communication. Prince of Swords in the reverse. So contemplating what they would say. So the next 2 or 3 weeks, there's a lot of internal pep talks the masculines are going to be giving themselves about what to say, how to say it, when to say it. It's not necessarily overthinking. It's a little bit of a strategy, but it is a confidence boosting period of time for them. Lunar progressor. Okay, we do have 2 full moons in August. We have another one on the 30th, I believe, the Pisces full moon. We've got this Aquarius full moon. So this month, lunar progressor, emotional equilibrium, which is the Temperance, compassionate non-attachment. So they are removing the suffering thoughts, the things that they're telling themselves that's creating imbalances within them, that's been sabotaging and running the shots and making them feel insecure or making them feel nervous or that this is too good to be true. They're working on that right now so that they can detach from those storylines and tell themselves things that are much more supportive of the love that's actually here. This self-love piece is coming back again, that as they trust their heart, they love themselves enough to validate what their heart is actually telling them, and then the bravery to go towards it. They're working on that. They're working on what they would say. I'm going to get a clarifier. So what is coming? What are the masculines wanting to say over the next little while if they could? That they want to work on it. They want to leap. They want to have a connection. They want to go deeper. They want to specialize with you. They want to take your lives to the next level. In what ways are the masculines wanting this? Total transformation, ending of the old life and brand new beginning. What is it that they are sure of, that they know going forward here? They know that you're wifey material, that you're their choice, that you are self-made, that you are whole, that you have created extraordinary circumstances in your own material world. There's a rabbit here. They definitely want to make love often. They are sure that you would be a very harmonious housemate, I just heard. Yeah, they are sure that you are everything that they've ever wanted. You're successful, you are sensual, you are whole. They're sure of that. What are they still unsure of, if anything? Ooh. What baby steps to take towards love, how to get there from here. They don't have all those answers on their own. It did fall on you, so they're unsure how to start conversation about these things. Wow, we've got the Devil and the Lovers. This came out for another reading earlier, a private reading. And the message was that the masculine was experiencing the spectrum, the heaven and hell, the virtuoso spectrum. that this connection it is really that we meet on all levels, that we are a perfect match to the depths, to the heights, the two. This is sinking in and the eyes are being opened. So this hasn't fully transpired right now. This is a card of karma. This is second chances. So this is what they're unsure about, is how to approach the fact that they now want not just a second chance, but the first real shot that the two of you have, now that they've actually seen and tested the connection for all it's worth, and it's passed with flying colors, not entirely pain-free or tenderness-free. But now if they're unsure of anything, it's if the impossible love can be grounded here, now that they want it, now that they're sure. Okay, what do the feminines need to know? Actually, I'm going to get one for any masculines that watched. What do the feminines want the masculines to know, that beautiful masculines that have shared this message today? Starkeeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. So feminines are basically saying, relax and be yourself. Stay grounded. Just know this is the cosmic unfolding, that you're waking up to the sacred nature of these connections and how important love and connection is to shape the planet and to make the world a better place. And I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destined life. Yeah, we're all kind of born into fate. And then we can all kind of blossom into destiny. If we choose, if we're up for it, if we want to, we can say yes and allow it to tow us and allow that cosmic unfolding to come through us consciously. We can remember. We can have our eyes wide awake on the chessboard. And we can enjoy the ride. We can be privy to it if we open our eyes and say yes. The feminines would have you know, masculines, that they are awakened to what love is, and you continually inspire them to understand what love is further. And that there is a cosmic plan, a soul plan unfolding. And they're here for it. They want that. They want that with you. Okay, everybody, bye for now. Many blessings.